Two men are shown chasing a pig through a dense forest. Meanwhile, a giant snake named MegaBoa comes. It ate one of them, while the other fellow named Waking fled the area. Running to the beach, Wakes discovers his broken boat on the sand. MegaBoa was still following him, and the next scene shows a helicopter in this forest. Inside the heli there was a research team of 6 people. A doctor was leading their team and they put a camp there. They were talking at night and the man Waking arrives and a girl from their team points a gun at him. He tells them the whole story, that what has happened to him in the forest. He doesn't tell them anything about the MegaBoa snake, that how long is it and it devours a man in a single bite. The doctor says to Waking that the helicopter will arrive to pick us up the day after tomorrow. Till then you can stay with us, and they haven't any extra tent, so the man sleeps near the beach. The next morning, the doctor starts shouting while wearing his shoes. A poisonous spider emerges from his shoes after biting the doctor. The students were trying to facilitate the doctor, but Waking arrives and was saying he must be bitten by a poisonous spider. The doctor only has 36 hours without any treatment. Then the doctor calls the helicopter headquarters and talks to the receptionist. He claims a poisonous spider has bitten me, so send a helicopter immediately. The receptionist says the helicopter will reach the day after tomorrow as the devourer isn't well. The man says you will not be able to stand till then, so he tells them about the herbal treatment, but for this, they have to go into the forest. He tells them about a flower that is in between the forest and the doctor will be fine with it. One of the girls from the team says I will stay with the doctor. The others move into the forest with Waking to find the flower, and they reach the mid of the forest and see the tree of the flower. Everyone gets shocked except for Waking, because there were many snakes on that tree. Waking says we must remove the flower without waking the snakes. I can't climb up the tree, and one of the boys in their team gets ready to climb up the tree. Then the MegaBoa snake arrives and the research team gets surprised. They've never seen such a massive snake before. So they run being scared and they stop and talk about the MegaBoa snake. Meanwhile, they notice their team member wasn't with them. They start calling him and the team member also has realized that he got separated from his group. Suddenly, he hears a voice and hides being scared. The big snake taken him away and devours him on another side. Waking was forbidding them to make noise. Your companion will not reach here, but a problem will. They plan to go to that tree again because they have seen their companion there. The man says I have tranquilizers due to it. If MegaBoa will come in front he can distract it. Then a girl says I also have a flare gun with 3 bullets and I also can distract the big snake. The other girl from their team was frightened and wasn't ready to go there. She also gets ready to go with them because what she can do alone? On another side, the girl is shown who stayed with the doctor. She was calling again and again, but no pilot was ready to bring his helicopter here. The scene in the headquarters is shown and a pilot comes to the receptionist and becomes furious at her that why she gave them a helicopter to go. That is a dangerous place, but the girl says they have to do some research there. They also have given a good amount for the helicopter and the pilot gets ready to go even though he has dropped this job many years ago. The scene in the forest is shown. Waking has reached the tree with his companions. A boy from their team tries to climb up the tree and the girl fire with a flare gun. It doesn't hit the snake and then Waking attacks it with his tranquilizer gun. It has its neck and the dead body of their companion comes out of the mouth of the big snake. Seeing it, the boy climbing up the tree falls down. Now they move far while running. The man says I have dynamite and we have to take revenge on the big snake for our companions devour. We will also bring the flower, and if we will not bring it we will see our doctor dying. The girl gets shocked hearing this and says you have dynamite, then what are you doing in this forest? He claims there are big or small problems in this forest, and the girl claims that you already knew about the snake. You brought us here willingly and become furious at Waking. Now they decide they will return to their camp without Waking, but he says you can't return without me as there is danger everywhere and traps fixed by hunters. The boy from the team asks him to go with them, but Waking doesn't want to go back. He wants to become famous while ending the big snake. That he has ended the big snake, and he also asked for help from them for this. They leave him there and move for their camp. Waking says you have an hour and I know you will be back after an hour for help. The doctor who was with the team girl says I have seen a flare in the sky. The girl checked while flying her drone camera but everything was normal. Suddenly, she sees the big snake in her camera on another side. The 3 team members move forward without Waking seeing many snakes. They were huge and wrapped in the trees and they also see many traps on the way. They run behind and reach Waking again. Now the boy from the team becomes injured and can't climb up the tree. So Waking decides to blast the tree with the dynamite. Likewise, the MegaBoa will also awake and the girl moves forward while slithering and gets the flower. Suddenly, the big snake arrives and the boy of their team mistakenly comes in front of it. The snake opens its mouth and devours him. Seeing it, Waking runs while taking the girls with him. The big snake was also chasing them, and they reach a cave while running, and a girl sees some signs on the wall and understands a story while seeing those signs. She discover when the big snake leaves its skin, the tribe people attacked it and they used to end Thio snakes. Then there were spiders along with a huge spider. They start chasing them, but the girl having a flare gun attacks the spider. She sets its boy on fire, but even then the spider comes out of the cave while chasing them. There was the big snake that comes in front of the spider, and there was a fight between them, and getting a chance from it, Waking runs with the girls. They move forward and find an ancient lab of 1956. There was a chemicals pond outside the lab, and Waking was telling them if someone will fall here mistakenly his skin will be removed. On another side, the doctor has also left the base camp with the girl and finds a shoe of the boy of their research team on the way. Waking comes to a lab with the girls and finds small snakes there, but they set them on fire while cutting them. Due to it, the whole lab catches fire and they can't even go outside because there was a big snake outside. Waking plans that you both will escape and I will distract the snake, and they do the same. The girls reach the flying tower when Waking was distracting the snake. Waking also runs towards the tower, but the big snake has also come behind him. The big snake attacks Waking when they were running from there. It mistakenly falls into the chemical pond with him. Meanwhile, the doctor also arrives with the girl. They get shocked to see the big snake in that pond, and they see the girls of their research team and try to call them. Their happiness don't last for long because the big snake comes out of the pond without skin. It moves to attack the doctor, but the girl of the research team, she has read the story in the cave and she remembers the story. How the tribe people end it when the MegaBoa snake removes its skin. Now the girls attack the snake. Due to it, its skin starts cutting and it becomes furious. It devours a girl, but she stabs its mouth while going inside and attacks its brain, and the MegaBoa snake die because of it. The girl comes out somehow, and the girls see the condition of the doctor was getting worse. The girl crushes the orchid flower and gives it to the doctor to devour. The doctor becomes fine because of it. Meanwhile, the pilot is shown in the helicopter, who said that he will go for their help. They moves from the island alive and move in the helicopter, but their team was of 6 members and only 4 were left. The other 2 were devoured by the big boa snake, but another big boa snake arrives on the island when they left. It engulfs the dead snake's body. This movie ends with it. Thank you for your time.